Flower beds were popular in the yards of rich Romans. The Middle Ages. Modify. The Middle Ages represent a period of decrease in gardens for visual functions. After the fall of Rome, gardening was provided for the purpose of growing medicinal herbs and or embellishing church altars. Abbeys continued a tradition of garden style and extreme horticultural strategies during the Middle Ages' duration in Europe. Individual abbeys might likewise have had a green court, a plot of turf and trees where horses could graze, along with a cellars garden or personal gardens for obedientiaries, monks who held specific posts within the monastery. Islamic gardens were constructed after the model of Persian gardens, and they were generally confined by walls and divided in 4 by watercourses. Particular to the Islamic gardens are the mosaics and glazed tiles used to embellish the rills and fountains that were integrated in these gardens. By the late 13th century, rich Europeans started to grow gardens for leisure and for medicinal herbs and veggies. They surrounded the gardens by walls to safeguard them from animals and to supply seclusion. Fruit trees were typical in these gardens, and also in some, there were grass seats. At the very same time, the gardens in the monasteries were a location to grow flowers and medicinal herbs. However, they were likewise an area where the monks could take pleasure in nature and unwind. The gardens in the 16th and 17th century were symmetric, proportioned and stabilized with a more classical look. Typically, gardens had flower beds laid out in squares and separated by gravel paths. Gardens in Renaissance were embellished with sculptures, topiary and fountains. In the 17th century, knot gardens ended up being popular along with the hedge labyrinths. By this time, Europeans began planting brand new flowers such as tulips, marigolds and sunflowers. One theory is that they arose out of the Black Death of the 1340s, when the death of numerous workers made land readily available for small cottages with individual gardens. According to the late 19th century legend of origin, these gardens were initially produced by the workers that resided in the cottages of the towns, to provide them with food and herbs, with flowers planted amongst them for decor. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.